Plant-based burgers have gone mainstream. Thanks to the likes of Impossible Burger, Beyond Beef, these are available in stores nationwide in both patty form and bulk grind form like we have shown here. And they're coming up in an increasing number of chain restaurants across the country. But how do these taste? Today, we're gonna find out. Before we start, I gotta let you know, we're not vegans. If you've seen some of our other videos, you know we like our meat. However, we really feel that with a life of moderation, it's really not a bad idea to cut some red meat out of your diet. It's good for your body and it's good for the planet too. Most plant-based products have typically been made with meat, but both of these brands, Impossible and Beyond, in their newest versions are now gluten-free. So we decided to put them to the test. And the best way to test these products is by making a hamburger. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. I've got our product out of the package. On my right, I've got the Impossible Burger, and on my left, I've got the Beyond Burger. So you can see the color difference right away. The Impossible Burger has the inclusion of beet juice in it, which kind of gives it that bright red color. And you can see they both have a fairly meat-like texture. We're gonna go ahead and make some patties. We're gonna see how these kind of patty up like regular meat. These are both 1 pound packages. I feel like the best way to do that, I love a 1/3 pound hamburger. I just feel like it's a great size for a burger. So I'm just gonna take both of these and cut it into thirds. And let's go ahead and make a patty. And with the Impossible Burger that we're doing first here, I can tell you right away that it feels a little gritty, but it definitely forms into a really nice patty. And it seems to be sticking together very well. And the way I like to make a patty is make yourself a meat ball and then just give it a gentle press. And so far, very impressed with the way that these kind of patty out. They make a really nice patty. I don't really have any fear that on the grill that these are going to fall apart. And I'm guessing because of the lack of fat content, they really seem to like to sticking to the cutting board here. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this down with a little canola spray. And now we're going to form our Beyond Burger. Has a very similar texture to the Impossible Burger. And I will say, just looking at it here, it looks a little bit more like traditional beef with the inclusion of the white marks there. I'm not sure what that is, but it does kind of give the impression of marbling. One of the things I like about the way the Beyond Burger is forming is you have kind of these broken edges around the edge here, very similar to what you would get in a traditional beef patty. And by the way, we are going to test these against a conventional beef just to see the difference in grilling, taste, flavor, and texture. And we're going to be using a 80-20 grind, my favorite grind for making a hamburger. You have to have a nice amount of fat in there, from River Bear American Meats, which is a Denver-based local meat company. That looks good. And I'm also very impressed with the way the Beyond patty formed as well. All right, so there you have it. You can take a look and see we have traditional 80-20 ground beef here on my right. In the middle, we've got our Impossible Burger, and on the left, we have our Beyond Burger. Very impressed with the way they look. They look like traditional meat. I'm super excited to find out how these taste. So we're gonna pull out the Blackstone Grill and we're gonna grill these up. We've preheated our grill, it's smoking hot. The first thing I wanna do is get our burger buns down to get a little toast on the side. And we're using a gluten-free bun. We make these ourselves. Unfortunately, they're not quite available yet. We're still in the testing process. You can use your favorite gluten-free bun, or if you're using a glutinous bun, my favorite bun of all times is the Martin's potato roll. So if you go gluten, do yourself a favor and make your burger on a Martin's potato roll. So we're gonna go ahead and put these down in the front of my grill. And the reason I'm putting them down in the front of my grill is it is the cooler part of your grill. Your grill may vary. And if you've watched some of our other videos, you know how much I love the Blackstone Grill. It is phenomenal with its carbon steel cooktop, and the more you use this grill, the better it gets. Now, normally when I cook regular beef burgers, I don't grease the cooktop, but I am going to today because when we made our patties, both plant-based burgers seem to stick to the cutting board. So we're going to go ahead and do a little canola oil on the surface of the grill for the plant-based burgers. All right, I am going to put our 80-20 ground beef down here in the center. To my left, I'm going to put down the Beyond Beef. And on my right side, I am going to put down the Impossible Burger. So one of our favorite ways to make traditional burgers is a smash burger, where we take our spatula and a weight and kind of press the meat into the grill so you have maximum grill contact and get excellent caramelization. I want to go ahead and try that with these plant-based burgers to see what I get. So I'm simply going to put my spatula down and just give it a little press. We don't want to flatten it out too much. Go ahead and do this one. I like the way they press. We'll go ahead and do our traditional meat. And then the Impossible Burger, we'll give that a little smash. The Impossible Burger did break apart just a little bit, but that's okay. And it did stick, okay, that looks about good. I'm gonna check our buns. That's about what we're looking for, so we're gonna go ahead and take these off of our grill. Set them aside, and we're gonna let our burgers continue to cook. So something really awesome is happening here with the plant-based burgers. You can see they're actually starting to bleed just like the real beef. And this is one of the main reasons I wanted to compare this to real beef on the grill. You can see the Impossible Burger on the right. You've got that, it's obviously it's beet juice, but I love how it's coming to the surface. It's telling you, and just like a traditional burger, it tells you when it's ready to be flipped. These are doing the same thing. In the middle is our traditional beef. You can see it's bleeding on the top too, so we're a few minutes away from getting ready to flip. And then on the left is the Beyond Burger, and you can see that one's doing the exact same thing. We've got some red color coming up to the top. You can also see on that Beyond Burger the caramelization starting to come up the sides of the burger. That's also telling you that it's ready to be flipped. So we're gonna go ahead and get our spatula underneath there and give it a little turn, and wow, look at that. Those are, the Impossible Burger has caramelized like the traditional beef burger. Here is our 80-20 ground beef. That's looking really wonderful. And now we'll get our Beyond Beef. Oh yeah, those did the same thing. Really, really outstanding color. I'm super impressed with the color that we've got on both of the plant-based burgers. The Impossible Burger seems to be shrinking up and tightening up just a little bit more than the Beyond Beef. You can see it's kind of maintaining its same size. So that's another interesting fact about the two burgers. I will say they're both looking and smelling fantastic. I'm really super impressed. I did not think we would get the caramelization that we've gotten on either one of these patties. Our burgers are ready to come off the grill. And just as a reminder, this first one here is the Impossible Burger. Next is our traditional ground beef. And finally, our Beyond Burger. And there you have it, Impossible Burger, traditional ground beef, and the Beyond Burger. Our burger fixins are ready to go. We kept things really simple. I really want the meat to shine through. So first off, we didn't make cheeseburgers. It's just gonna be a hamburger. And we're simply gonna go with pickles, onions, and mustard on each one to, again, really let that meat shine through. And I've asked Victoria to join us. She was back behind the camera earlier doing those B-roll shots, which we all know and love. And Victoria has a really unique story, and she was really excited about trying these products.
Yes, well, back in 2007, when I went gluten-free, I had been a ovo-lacto vegetarian, meaning I didn't eat meat, but I ate eggs and cheese for 16 years. And I actually had to start eating meat again because I couldn't find anything to eat, because all the products, the veggie burgers, the sausages, the bacons, they all had wheat in them, and I didn't know what else to eat. So if this had been around 14 years ago, I'd still be a vegetarian. So I'm super excited to try this.
All right, well, we are going to get these dressed. Pickles, some sliced white onion, and I already have the mustard on the buns there.
This is going to be so good.
I'm really
And
excited.
It smells good. The smell here is amazing.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that really impressed me. Number one, we saw the burgers bleeding on the grill. Just like traditional beef, the burgers told us when they were ready to flip. The caramelization and the crustiness that we all know and love from the Smashburger
that's
is
amazing.
on each one of them. So let's go ahead and cap these.
Are they still in the same order they were earlier? So
That's
this is
that's a great question. So
Impossible meat.
I thought at first of doing a blind taste test, but I don't know. We're not trying to figure out which is meat and which isn't real meat.
No, I think we know
We're
that,
we're
yeah.
really just trying to do a taste test of each one. So this one on the right, that's the Impossible Burger. In the middle is our traditional 80-20 ground beef. And then over here on my left is,
Smells delicious.
yeah, and I'm going to try the same one as you so we can
Okay.
kind of give our impressions. Cheers.
Cheers.
My first thought, when I bit into it, I was pretty impressed with the texture.
Yeah, it's not a bad texture, and it's a fairly good taste too. I was just very reminiscent of a meat of a hamburger.
So when I try it by itself, I get a little bit of the graininess that we saw
Still grainy.
when we were forming the patty, but it's not offensive at all.
No, it's not something you'd be like, oh, I can't eat that because it's grainy. It actually kind of tastes a little bit like liver. Okay.
So far, I'm really impressed. This was not what I expected out of this product. Now, if you're in agreement with me, I kind of want to cleanse the palate, so I'm going to have a bite of the real beef burger.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, because I want to
Okay.
effectively review the Beyond
Okay,
Burger.
that's fine. I can work with that.
What's interesting is how similar the textures are between the Impossible and having the real meat burger.
They are somewhat similar.
Okay, here we go. Finally, the Beyond Burger.
Now this looks like I like the way this looks a little more.
I also love the way the burger patty didn't really shrink up, and we've got more meat than bun, kind of like that old commercial, "Where's the beef?" I think with Beyond Beef, you're not really asking that question because the patty didn't shrink up like the other two did.
I would eat either of these.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that they both got nice caramelized edges really adds to the flavor.
Okay, where's the other one? I like that one. I think I like this one better, and I can't remember which one it was. And I love that they don't have gluten in them. I do like the real burger too.
And there you have it. Neither one of us are disappointed. In fact, we're thoroughly impressed with each product. I would not be disappointed eating these again in a burger, and I would really love to have this grind in a spaghetti sauce and some other recipes. There's our thoughts on plant-based burgers. Thanks so much for following along with us. Be sure and subscribe, hit the notification button. Check out our website, gfexplorers.com. And until next time, happy eating.